Alright, I don't know how this is going to turn out because I'm thinking I want to record something, but don't have a particularly big amount of time here, or long amount of time. I don't know. I haven't buttoned on my shirt. And I'll turn off the music too. But so I didn't have a ton of time, but I was like, man, I kind of want to record something. So I think that's my plan, is to record something right now. And nobody is coming, so I'm gonna back out here. I'm gonna go stop by my park because number one, I want to do a max battle. So I gotta do 5 max battles. And number two, I want to just talk a little bit. But the main thing being that I wanted to just make a shorter video on something. I feel like part of the problem is that I picked a bunch of topics to talk about, right? And now I'm kind of struggling to do them because they're all more in-depth topics, so it's like I find myself yapping about them for like 30 minutes or something. And it's like, shit, I don't have time to do all of these. I have like a whole list of things to potentially talk about, and I've got no time to do them all. That's the problem. But I thought this could be a kind of shorter thing, and I think it's a little, maybe topical isn't the right word, but I think it'll make for something decent, probably. Park here. Now I am going to open up my Pokemon Go so I can, and I can complete this route while I'm here as well. Forgot about that. So I mentioned this in the 2.5-hour video I made about how I stopped being a 25-year-old loser. Fuck, I kind of want to do this raid. You know what, we'll do the raid too. But as I was saying, I made that video where I talked about how I stopped being a 25-year-old loser. And a big inspiration for that, as I put on my name tag, big inspiration for that for me was a guy that made another video, similar video. His name was, I don't know if it's Snooks or Snooks, I think, is how he pronounced it. But he made this really, what I thought at least was a pretty good video about his kind of whole experience with things that have happened in his life and how he ended up where he is. And I found it to be a pretty interesting video. It was part of what, as I said, it was part of what inspired me to make that other video. And so I've been keeping up with some of his stuff when I can. I mean, I've been admittedly pretty busy doing a lot of things, so I don't really have a ton of time to watch all that stuff, but I try to whenever I can. And I saw actually even before he started doing the quit smoking thing, he started doing why did it switch in my Eternatus, man? What the hell? He started doing, or he was doing a video. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember, but it was like before he started doing the quit smoking thing. And he was saying that he was gonna quit smoking. And when I was watching that, I was just thinking, like, I really hope he does. And then he started making those videos, just kind of those daily little videos about him trying to quit smoking. And I am hoping it works out for him, because It's not easy, and especially I just watched his most recent one before, which is the day 3 one, and he basically said it's hell and that, you know, there's a lot of shit going on in his life at once, and it kind of sucks. But I commend him for continuing with it, even though probably, like, the one point where smoking is probably gonna be the most, the most tempting to do, and he's still kind of avoiding it, so I very much respect that, and I hope that he can continue. I know it's definitely not easy, but it is definitely something that I'm hopeful about. And I have like a bunch of family that does smoke, and it's just something I've never liked. Like, my mom smokes, and my dad doesn't smoke, but my uncle and my aunt both smoke. And even my uncle recently, we were at their house for a party, and he was just talking about, like, how he's gonna sneak out to go have a cigarette because, you know, he's trying not to tell his wife that he's still, you know, kind of addicted, and he's trying to stop, but, like, he's not really gonna stop. And I mean, that sort of thing. And it's like, I can kind of respect it in a way, and he at least can acknowledge it. It's not like he just kind of copes with whatever, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, blah blah blah. Like, he knows it's bad for him, but he's just kind of like, well, you know, I mean, here for a good time, not for a long time. So I can respect that. But a lot of my family that is similar in age to me, we don't smoke, which I think is kind of just, to be honest, like a generational thing. I feel like that's just become a thing. A lot of younger people are not really smoking as much as the older generations used to. So that is that's a good thing. But for me personally, I've always hated smoking. And I remember there was one day we were down the shore, and I was walking next to my mom, and she had a cigarette in her hand, and I accidentally touched, like, the end of it, and it fucking hurt. It, like, burned. It was so fucked. I hated it. And just in general, like, I despise the smell and kind of the feeling I get in my lungs when I'm near smoke. I don't like it at all. And so seeing people that are trying to quit, or at least trying to reduce it, that to me is a good thing. And especially him, because he's gonna, you know, he's gonna be dealing with a lot of shit, it seems. But if he can manage to quit smoking, that would be a great thing. I should probably start heading to work. It's kind of getting a little late. I want to make sure I get there on time, but I'm gonna claim these spiritombs real quick. Maybe I get a shiny. That would be a cool way to end off this video. First one's not shiny, but still have one more. But I have to claim this stupid research breakthrough. I didn't get a remote raid pass. Start encounter. It's a shitty Alakazam I'm never gonna use. Good. Oh, I didn't even catch it. That was a fucking excellent throw too, by the way. Okay, it's gone. And nope, no shiny Spiritomb. Rip. But yeah, that's pretty much most of just what I have to say. I don't like smoking, and I hope he manages to quit, because, yeah, I don't like smoking. So I'm gonna end this here so I can get to work, because I gotta get to work. And yeah, I guess that's it.